What's up, all my people out there? This is Prince Beeman back at it again for the Lucas Graymark storyline part 4. Now, we last left off on where Lucas intends and plans on killing Clary. And his father, too. Now, he kindly told Rosa that you now work for me, and here's what I want. I want you to find out everything about Clary. Who's her friends? Who's her enemies? I don't care. And as soon as you do that, report it all back to me. And then she said, she looked at him like, who do you think I am? I'm not no slave. I'm not going to work for you. So, and then she thought that he was asking. So, he grabbed her sword, put her back on the wall with his hand, and put the sword up to her neck. And he said, oh, you must have thought I was asking. No, I'm telling you. Like this. Now, we can be friends, Rosa, and I'll forget that you a circle member. Or you can help me out, and we can both get something out of this. How about we make a deal instead? How about if you do this for me, and I'll do anything you want me to do. I'll do what you want. Do we have a deal? She said, well, can you let me go first? So Lucas released her, gave her back her sword, said, okay, deal, but under one condition. Lucas said, what is it? Well, you have to say I'm your partner. I'm not your employee. If we're going to work together. He said, okay, partner, now let's shake on it. Now it was a done deal. Now Rosa immediately got on it. So Lucas made a portal for her. She jumped right on it. Now while she was doing that and getting some information from other circle members and downworlders, Lucas was actually planning on how to take down Clary and Luke. Now he knows, based on what Rosa told her, that he was the high pack alpha of Brooklyn. Well, not of Brooklyn. Well, yeah. Basically the high alpha pack in New York. So he started thinking to himself, there's so many ways that he can end him, and one of them is to kill Clary. Because he really truly plans to make his father suffer. And if y'all know the origin, y'all gotta crack that down and know why. And now he came up with the perfect plan. And he was still in the penthouse when he was thinking about this. It took Rosa a couple of days. Now Lucas was training. Yes, he turned her whole penthouse into a training seat. Not a training seat, but you know, a training room. So now he was each practicing with his downworlder powers. Not just using them, but he was actually applying them into combat. He was fighting like a downworlder, but he used his powers like a Shadowhunter. Everything what he was taught. He never went a day without training. Now, a couple of days went by, Rosa came back. And then she was checking out Lucas with his shirt off and stuff. She seen the front part of his body and she was impressed, like she was on him. But the moment he turned his back, she seen a bunch of scars. Like a bunch. If y'all paid attention to that first video, y'all should know the scars are from what the circle members in the downworld did to pledge their loyalty to Valentine. She asked, what happened to your back? And then he looked at her like, you really have to ask that? You're like, wow, you really are part of the new generation. Like this. Growing up in being Valentine's secret weapon, downworlders and circle members had to pledge their loyalty by slicing my back with a dagger. Like, what would that have proved? That would have proven, no matter how aged, no matter how young, that downworlders are still monsters. They don't care about their age. So that's what they did to please their loyalty. They all cut me open like I was. Basically, he was breaking it down to a real sentiment right now. And she didn't even know that. So she started thinking that maybe she didn't want to join the circle members. You know, she only joined it because what she wanted to make downwards pay. That's it. She didn't know about this other stuff. But he said, besides all the sentimental stuff, what did you find out about Clary? Well, Lucas, her best friend, basically a father figure to her. Like this. And he was his parapetide. Wait, my father was Luke's parapetide, was Valentine's parapetide. Like, yes, he was. That explains why they were so close and how he was able to snatch me. And then he says, she has a lot of powerful allies. She has the High Warlock of Brooklyn, Magnus Bane. He's an old friend of hers who wiped her memory. And then she have the Lightwoods, the Jace Herondale, Then she started breaking it down to him. He said, I like what you spitting right now, Rosa. I really do. Like this. And while you were gone, I came up with the perfect plan. All I just needed to do was hear those names. Like this. What's the plan? Well, the first plan is go after Magnus. Like this. You plan on taking on the High Warlock of Brooklyn? Yes, I do. Like this. I know you're all powerful, but that's the High Warlock of Brooklyn. I know, Rosa. I know. Now, we're not done yet. You did your part. Like this. I did my part. Now you have to do what I say. Like this. Hold on. See, you missed what I said, Rosa. I said I will do anything you want. I didn't say when. So you're going to have to wait for your demands until I'm done. Now, are we cool? Like, yes. Now, get some more information on me, for me. And I'm going to put my plan into action. But the first piece of it requires dismantling the High Warlock of Brooklyn. So now, Lucas made a portal, because remember, he's part Warlock. And now, he sensed Magnus's presence due to the Warlock thing. You know, Warlocks have a link with each other, so they can feel something. So he sensed his apartment, and he automatically made a portal, and he was checking out his apartment. Nice. He grabbed a couple of Magnus's books, made him a little drink, waited till Magnus showed up. And then Magnus showed up through the house, and he could sense the presence of another Warlock. He said, he saw Lucas. He's like, who are you? Like this, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm a Warlock. You know, I've been a Warlock for almost my entire life, and I just really wanted to meet the High Warlock of Brooklyn. Like this, oh, sure, it's a pleasure. Now, Magnus shook his hand, but he felt something. He felt not only Warlock, but vampire, werewolf, and Sealy all. Then Magnus looked shocked when he shook his hand like, who are you? Lucas was like, well, who I am is a myth among you downworlders. And who I am really doesn't matter. It's what I came to do that matters, Magnus. Like this, okay, you caught my interest. What do you want? Well, I want to see Clary Fairchild beg and plead at my feet. But unfortunately, that requires you get out of the way. Like this. Magnus was like, I don't know what you are. Like this. But what are you? Because I felt the presence of evil or of many downworlders. Magnus, you remember a story about 18 years ago? It was a rumor going around that there was this one Shadowhunter who was not only Shadowhunter, but he was everything enrolled in one. And that some downworlders came up missing, and that he was Valentine's secret weapon. It was out. The Magnus said it was a myth. I didn't think it was real. But let me